Here's another example of my cards knowing stuff before I did. I did make a small post about this, but I've just found out some more. So this is the despicable mother who sold her 6-year-old daughter, and she's now been sentenced to life in prison. And this is little JOSHLIN. So yeah, DRUGS. So all this came up in another reading that was nothing to do with this, but my cards tend to predict stuff. So DRUGS, apparently that's what she was doing, which you'll see why that's relevant in a second. Tribal, and that purse, that signifies money. Obviously she sold her daughter. Black or African American. Well, the word here that's relevant is African, as in South African. Practitioner. Now that card means practitioner of black magic, voodoo, or the occult. Blue eyes. So apparently she sold her daughter because of her pale skin and blue eyes. Legal. Obviously she's in court, but there's another meaning to that. We'll come up to that in a minute. Healing, healer. Captive or bound. Now some people think this poor little girl is possibly alive and was sold for sex trafficking. That card means toxic woman, poisonous woman. Parent is covering up. She won't say where the daughter is. Under rubbish, cardboard or leaves. Now another psychic, Candice Starr, did pick up that she's possibly in the landfill, and I did get the landfill card. I think I already posted that. And then we got patient. Did this healer witch woman call her clients patients? And then with the dice, I've got cross for religion or cult or occult. Then I've got the dismembered dice. You'll see what that means in a minute. And we've got the knife. Fire. That's very relevant. You'll see why in a minute. So here we go. The Sangomas seek certain body parts. That's why I've got the dismembered dice. For very specific rituals. This is very real and people pay a lot of money. That's why I got the purse card. To these Sangomas for certain outcomes to occur in their lives. Yes, this stuff does happen, believe me. I've dealt with other cases in regard to black magic and voodoo. This woman said, a lady burnt Kelly's house shack to the ground. They don't want her there. And that'll be why the fire card came up. She was heavy on DRUGS. She basically sold her child for DRUGS. That's why the drug card came up. What about the healer? She needs to be punished as well. Who knows how many times she's done this and got away with it. That'll be why healing came up. Because of her unique beauty and light blue eyes. That's why the blue eyes card came up. The mother refused to testify. That's why the parent covering up card came up. If she was sold to a healer, healing card, she can't be alive because they KILL the children for body parts. That's why the dismembered dice came up. And the knife. The healers, healing card, want children. And the removal of skin and eyes is apparently done whilst the child is still alive. That'll be the knife card and the eyes card. The knife dice and the eyes card. She sold her child to be KILLED in some sick rituals. Yep. She knew they wanted her child's eyes. Eyes card. skin for rituals. That'll be why the witch card and practitioner card came up. She done it all for her DRUG addiction. DRUG card. The father is still left with no answers. Where is his daughter? Parent covering up card. Traditional witch in South Africa. Yes, someone asked what's a sagoma. Witch card and practitioner card. Watch this horrible woman getting dragged to the eternal hellfire, and that'll be another reason. The fire card came up. Healing card. Oh yeah, this was the other reason the legal card came up. Now what about that demonic witch of a Sangoma? When is she to be hauled off to court? Legal card. Or are you so-called legal court officials too scared of her demonic witchcraft? Witch card, practitioner card. Yeah, absolutely horrific. People don't believe this still goes on in this day and age. Well, I'm afraid it does. And I don't even want to say what I think of that so-called mother.